Physical Therapy and Balance Center at Twin City Bangor is hosting Harvest Your Health Fight the Fall on Saturday from noon to 4 to focus on fall prevention and balance health. The afternoon will feature free fall risk screenings, free massages, and more health activities.
My mother passed away, regrettably, as the outcome of a fall, kind of during the pandemic. And if you can be part of an organization whose mission is to kind of be proactive about preventing sorrow instead of helping people kind of recover from it, that's what kind of drew us.
When we start talking about vestibular rehab and maintaining that particular system, we encourage them to stay as active as possible. The more activity you're doing, the more you're using all of your systems together.
Brush and Batter Bakery out of Hamden will be there selling goods to fundraise for the Vestibular Disorders Association.